I'm out here in my pajamas watching the sunset and wrapping up and getting cozy in Haywood County, and I wanted to tell y'all the story of the Boojum, which is a cryptid that is indigenous to this part of North Carolina. He lives in the balsams of Haywood County, and you might have seen some Boojum stuff up here, like Boojum brewing. So you've heard of Bigfoot and you've heard of Sasquatch, but the Boojum is kind of a combination between those two and a hillbilly mountain man, and he lives in the mountainside in caves where he brings all of the gemstones that he pulls from the earth. He hides them in moonshine bottles because he knows that no decent mountain man would ever waste such a precious liquid. So he puts all of his gemstones at the bottom of a moonshine bottle, and when mountaineers come up and try to steal them, they have to drink the entire bottle and then they pass out, and the Boojum is able to keep them. However, a couple hundred years ago, it was not uncommon for mountain women to bathe themselves privately in mountain springs, and many mountain women would see the Boojum watching them from the underbrush. They would see a big, smelly, dirty, hairy man, and they would scream and he would run away. However, there was one gal named Annie who was taking such a bath, and she looked up and she saw that dirty, smelly, hairy mountain man, and she said, "I'm into that." So she moved in with him. Look, he had a house. He liked to bring home jewels all day. A girl could do worse. In this economy, I'd go for it. So Annie set herself up in his cave, and she would wave goodbye to him every day when he went out to collect the gems of the North Carolina mountains. And at the end of the days, in order to call her man home from a big day of collecting gems across the mountainside, she would go to the entrance of the cave where she would hoot for him. Hoo-hoo! And folks could hear it echoing across the valley, and they would hear him scream back to her, "Ha!" or however he responded back. Folks would swear that they would hear him and her hollering back and forth to each other as they got closer and closer together. And that is the story of the Boojum and his hootin' Annie.